The White House is one of the most iconic buildings in the United States and has been home to every American president since John Adams. However, the White House is also known for being a hotbed of paranormal activity, with many stories of ghosts, poltergeists, and even a demon haunting the halls of the presidential residence. According to legend, the curse of the White House demon began during the construction of the White House in the early 19th century. It is said that during the construction, workers were subjected to inhumane working conditions, and many of them lost their lives during the process. The workers' spirits are believed to have lingered on, creating a powerful supernatural energy that attracts other entities to the White House, including a demon. The demon is said to have been summoned during a seance that was held in the White House during the mid-1800s. The seance was conducted by Jane Pierce, the wife of President Franklin Pierce, who was trying to contact her deceased son. The seance is said to have gone terribly wrong, and the participants inadvertently summoned a demon instead of the spirit of the dead child. Ever since the seance, there have been reports of strange occurrences in the White House, including unexplained noises, ghostly apparitions, and even physical attacks by unseen forces. Some of the presidents who lived in the White House have claimed to have had supernatural experiences. One of the most famous examples is President Abraham Lincoln, who is said to have seen the ghost of his predecessor, President Andrew Jackson, who had died 16 years earlier. Lincoln reportedly told his staff that he heard Jackson stomping and swearing in the hallways of the White House. Another story involving Lincoln involves him seeing the ghost of his own son, Willie, who died during Lincoln's presidency. Lincoln is said to have seen the boy's ghost sitting on his bed, weeping. President Harry Truman is another president who had supernatural experiences while living in the White House. Truman heard strange noises coming from the Lincoln bedroom, including the sound of someone knocking on the door, only to find nobody there. Truman also claimed to have seen the ghost of Lincoln walking through the halls of the White House. One of the most chilling accounts of an encounter with the White House demon comes from a former White House staffer who wished to remain anonymous. The staffer claimed that one night, while working late in the White House, they saw a dark figure moving towards them. The figure was humanoid in shape, but its eyes glowed red, and it appeared to be floating a few inches off the ground. The staffer tried to run, but the figure pursued them, eventually pinning them to the ground. The staffer claimed that they could feel the figure's icy breath on their face, and that they were unable to move until the figure vanished. Despite the many stories of paranormal activity in the White House, there are those who remain skeptical. However, even the most hardened skeptics admit that there is something strange and mysterious about the presidential residence. The stories of the White House demon and the curse are likely to continue to captivate people's imaginations for years to come. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to have a supernatural experience at the White House. Now, let's get on to 10 actual spooky occurrences that took place in the nation's capital, White House. Number 1. The ghost of Abraham Lincoln. As mentioned earlier, President Abraham Lincoln is said to haunt the White House, and his ghost has been seen by several people over the years. His ghost is said to appear in the Lincoln bedroom and the hallway outside, and has been reported to knock on doors, move objects, and even whisper the name Tad, his son who died during his presidency. Number 2. The ghost of Willie Lincoln. Willie, the son of Abraham Lincoln, died of typhoid fever in the White House in 1862, and his ghost has been seen by several people over the years. The most famous sighting was by President Lincoln himself, who claimed to have seen Willie's ghost sitting on his bed, weeping. Number 3. The ghost of Andrew Jackson. As also mentioned earlier, President Andrew Jackson's ghost is said to haunt the White House, and has been seen and heard by several people over the years. President Lincoln is said to have heard Jackson's ghost stomping and swearing in the hallway outside the Lincoln bedroom. Number 4. The Demon Cat. The demon cat is a creature that is said to haunt the White House and has been seen by several people over the years. The cat is described as being the size of a large house cat, with black fur and glowing eyes. It is said to appear in the basement of the White House and is considered to be a bad omen. Number 5. The Ghost of Abigail Adams. Abigail Adams, the wife of President John Adams, is said to haunt the East Room of the White House, which was once used as a laundry room during her time. Her ghost has been seen by several people over the years and is said to be wearing a cap and shawl. Number 6. The Haunted Oval Office. The Oval Office is said to be haunted by several ghosts, including those of Presidents Lincoln and Roosevelt. The ghosts are said to move objects and cause strange noises. Number 7. The Ghost of Dolly Madison. Dolly Madison, the wife of President James Madison, is said to haunt the Rose Garden of the White House. Her ghost has been seen by several people over the years and is said to be wearing a red dress. Number 8. The Haunted Red Room. The Red Room is said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman in a red dress, who has been seen by several people over the years. The woman is said to be angry and vengeful, and her presence is said to be accompanied by a foul smell. Number 9. The Ghost of David Burns. David Burns was a wealthy merchant who sold his land to the government to build the White House. He is said to haunt the north portico of the White House, and his ghost has been seen by several people over the years. Number 10. The Haunted Basement. The basement of the White House is said to be haunted by several ghosts, including those of soldiers who died during the Civil War. The ghosts are said to move objects, cause strange noises, and even appear as full-bodied apparitions. From the ghost of Abraham Lincoln to the demon cat, the White House is home to some of the most famous ghosts and supernatural occurrences in the world. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the stories surrounding the White House are both fascinating and eerie, and they offer a glimpse into the history of one of the most important buildings in the world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the spooky side of the White House, and we hope that you will continue to follow our channel for more fascinating stories and information.